Matt from New Gamer Nation here. I'm with Tom, and we just took a look at Axiom Verge. It is a very unique game. It brings me back to my roots. What do you want to tell everybody about it?
So Axiom Verge is an action-adventure game coming out for PlayStation 4, March 31st. It's got those, exploration elements, the so-called Metroidvania hook going for it. There's also some meta elements that have to do with glitching the enemies, glitching the environments. So, yeah, hopefully it's, got a lot. It's a pretty lengthy game.
Yeah, it's got a lot going on. I mean, you definitely get that Metroid feel when you look at the map and when you look at everything that's going on in the game, but then you get elements of Contra for like the way some of the backgrounds look. I saw a little bit of dialogue. It reminded me of Ninja Gaiden 1 on Nintendo. So it really brought me back to my roots, and I loved it. It's a lot of fun. We saw a lot of various weapons in the game, and I mean, I only got to play for like 20 minutes, but I saw a drill, I saw a little like exploding thing. Tell us a little bit about the weapon system and what we can expect for items.
All right, so keeping weapons and items separate, I'd say there's about 20 to 23 weapons, some of which are actually randomized on the playthrough. Like 3 of them are actually optional and randomized. And then in terms of items like the drill you mentioned and the glitch ray and various other things you get, I think there's, I don't know, maybe 12 to 16 of those, so quite a number. And then there's like various upgrades that you can get, like health upgrades, attack upgrades, upgrades to your projectile size and the range. So, the world is pretty much littered with hidden items for you to find.
And we definitely came across some areas that look glitched, and that's by design, right? So I've heard there's a little bit of a glitch ray or something. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so the glitch ray does a couple of things. It works on the enemies. So each enemy will have a different effect when you glitch it. For example, an enemy might become a platform that you could stand on, or it might start to dispense health, or do other things, a lot of which have to do with solving puzzles or helping you to find some of those aforementioned hidden items. And then there's also some barriers in the game, like walls and so forth, that the glitch ray also works on. There's several different levels of like glitch power. So, some of the more intense ones will actually damage you until you glitch them away. Other ones will, there will be nothing there, and then you use your glitch ray to make a platformer to appear, or, have some other effect. So there's a variety of different aspects.
There's a lot of elements going on.
Yeah, and it's, it's meant to be a bit of an experimentation kind of mechanic where you need to trial and error to figure out what's going to happen in each case.
Now, I mean, the game has a lot of polish on it. It looks great. It's a lot of fun. This is by no stretch of the imagination a quick and easy game to develop. What can you tell us about a little bit some of the challenges you faced in working on this?
Yeah, so I started working on this about 5 years ago. It was more or less a hobby project at the outset. I worked on it in the evenings, on the weekends, while working full-time over at Lift Games, making RTS games like Grey Goo. And that didn't really change until the past year when I finally hooked up with Sony and became one of their pub fund developers. So that led me to basically gradually ease off working full-time on another game and starting to work on this game. So eventually, by around November, I was working on Axiom Verge full-time, completely not working at Petroglyph anymore. And now it's finished, and it's going to release in the end of the month.
Yeah. Well, we are excited for it. We can't wait, and we look forward to it. Thank you very much for your time.
Oh, thank you.
Thanks.